nice weather again.
I know. It's sunny again now, but it's been a bit...
Yeah, sun's trying to break through. Seb was getting dripped on in this Bailey.
I know. Talking of drips, where is he?
Oh, there he is.
We're in here!
Oh, what's he got? He's got biscuits.
Oh, let him in.
Oh!
Where's he been? What's he been doing?
Here's the drip.
Biscuits! Ken!
What have you been doing?
Oh! What do you reckon, bourbon?
I reckon the way that dropped on the table.
You've been heating all the biscuits, haven't you?
Shocking, Jason. Shocking.
And to find the truth, watch the outtakes. So, it's been a bit messed up today, hasn't it?
It's been a bit here, there and everywhere.
It's been a British summer. Rain,
It has.
snow, sun.
Well,
Forced a change of plans.
we've showed people what it's like as a British camping holiday. We're all in the camper van together. We've had rain, we've had sun, we've had everything.
Pretty much.
You've had biscuits.
And I've had biscuits. So, 2021, we're opening up soon, aren't we?
Yeah, it's not long now till we get doors back open. Bit of normality, maybe.
You're open?
Been open right through, but yeah, it's that time of year now that silly season started.
Yep. So, do you think 2021 is going to change the way we sell motorhomes and caravans?
I'm not sure. It sort of should, but then are we going to get back to normality? And then what is normality?
I mean, initially, is it going to change from what it is now, really?
No.
Would you want it to change?
Not when we open. I think it's appointment only. I think you can't let people go in and out of vans. I'm looking at least till a minimum of July, I think personally. And so I think the way people buy motorhomes and caravans, and you can't, what people say, oh, go in as many as you can, like you could at the show,
Yeah.
or shop around, or deals will give you discounts. That's not happening anymore, is it?
No chance. No. And again, you can't even go on the internet to find out what prices were 12 months ago, because prices are so far away from what they were 12 months ago.
I think, like I mentioned, probably in the last 2 weeks, I'm probably bidding 2-3 grand more than I was on a motorhome than I was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's some big news about Fiat, which is basically that they've, don't quote me on this, but 50% of the chassis cut, which is a big problem for the likes of Swift due to Brexit and the potential 2030 electric vehicles. I mean, think about how much of a problem for the industry that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
For motorhomes anyway, and that's gonna back up to everything, whether it's a Ford or a Caravan. You know, people are going to look at other options.
I think you'll find it hard as well if you're after a certain motorhome or a caravan to compare, because there's not that many.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. Where you could go on before and I've looked at 3 or 4 and get an idea, and then go to your closest one. That might not be the case, mightn't it?
So buying a motorhome or a caravan in 2021 is completely different. There's new rules.
Yeah.
And I think we'll show people how to buy a motorhome or a caravan in 2021.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to look at the different layouts. So,
I think that's the most important, isn't it? Layouts.
Layout,
Well, yeah, everyone's needs are different, aren't they?
Yeah. I think we all agree layouts is the first thing you should decide on buying a caravan or a motorhome.
That's the key.
Yeah. If you know what layout you want, that's half the trouble, isn't it?
So it's all about layouts.
let's go and have a look.
Okay.
Not layabouts, Mark.
Sorry.
Layouts. So the biggest dilemma for people buying a van in 2021, obviously, because they're not going to be able to go in a lot of vans and see them, are they?
Yeah, because you used to be able to go to the NEC as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
As a first timer,
Yeah.
they could go to the NEC, have a real good look round, go through all the different layouts. Can't do that now.
And then they could look for the used vehicle, couldn't they? Or van.
Yeah,
So-
get your ideas, off you went. And
So we're going layouts. The biggest area I'd say with layouts is the amount of beds there are now, isn't there?
huge. Yeah, and that's one of the most popular ones as well, isn't it? Fixed bed layout.
Fixed bed, transverse, rear transverse, bunk beds, overcab, side beds, single beds. Why is there so many beds, Mark?
I don't know. Well, I do, because nobody likes the same thing, do they? We all want different things, and what it might suit one person, doesn't suit you. So yeah, transverse island beds, and again, just transverse island bed. You've got from the left, from the right. You've got the rear island bed. they even used to do back in 2000s, late 2000s, caravans. We had an island bed coming off the back corner of the caravan. So the island bed has been a long-standing, and I think they've just tried to change it from every which way, just to try and.
I think it's getting more and more in vans now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're either getting a 2-berth or you're getting a 4-berth, 6-berth, but the 4-berth, 6-berth have somewhere got a fixed bed, haven't
Bed
they?
of some.
Yeah. So what's the first one we're going to have a look at?
Transverse Island Bed.
Okay.
It's going to go from more the rear, because again you can get the Transverse Island Bed from the side. With
Shall
the
I
rear
dominate
washroom.
with the biscuit? Yeah. So that is our rear van, and that's our transverse van.
That's the one. Let's have a look.
And there's the door. Let's have a look.
Okay, so this is the Transverse Island Bed. This is the rear version. You can also get this in the centre of the van. Quite a popular layout now this is getting. You've got a nice sat-up area there so you can watch your TV. If you've got nice views, you can open the windows, blinds, and have a look at the views around. You can get right around it, and then obviously it pulls down for when you want to sleep overnight. That does make things a little bit awkward if you want to get out from this side and go to the loo in the middle of the night, unless you're really skinny. Other than that, you're going to be climbing over to go to the bathroom. That is the downside to this one, but otherwise this is quite a popular layout becoming now.
Right, just let me get my transverse bed. So which bed next?
French bed.
And can we just dedicate?
Well, instead of having our bed coming off the side, we're now against the side of the caravan. So this is known as a French bed. So the bed is against the side of the caravan. Problem with this being is that you've got to climb over each other, and that's probably the biggest reason that people tend to get away from this as they get a little bit older. They don't want to be climbing over each other in the middle of the night anymore. They've had enough of that. So
Took a while, but the penny dropped. It's when I looked at that biscuit, then I thought I don't fancy climbing over with a cup of tea to get the biscuit. Well, I get the meaning. Okay, let's have a look.
So next up we've got the French bed. This is probably one of the most traditional of fixed beds. Positives, you've got the storage underneath and you've got space to get around it. Negatives is if you're sleeping on that side, you've got to climb over your partner. The other problem you do sometimes have is they are cut out in the corners, so you just lose that little bit of leg room. But you tend to have the bathroom in the other corner, or you can have it so there's a French bed there and you've got a whole full width bathroom across the back.
So, next bed?
well, you don't see this in caravans. It's only really motorhomes, and it's a drop-down bed.
Where's normally the drop-down bed? So we've got our front here, we've got the back. This was our, what bed was this one we did?
So that was our French bed
French
on the side.
Yep.
So our drop-down bed would normally be situated at the front. They do a couple at the rear, but most commonly...
So if you put your transverse bed down there,
yeah,
our drop-down bed would be there.
that's the one. Yeah. Right. Hopefully it wouldn't come down like that and smack us on the head and... Stop there. You looking for more biscuits?
I thought I was, you know.
Oh.
I like these drop-down beds.
It's alright, that one, isn't it? So yeah, that's your drop-down bed.
It's a drop-down bed then.
We have the drop-down double bed. Now you can get an electrical version or the manual version, which just pushes up and down. You'll have a ladder to climb up and down, very similar to an overcab bed, but obviously you can put this one away, leave it made up, tucks away nicely. Not the best if you're struggle and need to get out of bed 2 or 3 times a night for a pee, but yeah, another option that's available.
So far you've done my favourite drop-down bed.
You like that one, didn't you?
Nice biscuit.
We've then got another island bed, but instead of being transverse in one way or the other, coming off one side, it actually comes off the back of the caravan or motorhome. So it's right off the back. Your washroom is normally in the middle, and on some of the newer vans now, they're putting the washroom. What's that?
Washroom.
It's a big washroom, that is. Not normally that big. That's better. So yeah, they've normally got the washroom in this area. Some of the new ones now, they've got a full width washroom. That's the one. And then
That's a toilet.
You walk round here into the washroom and then round either side of the bed. Don't think we've got one of those, but we've got the more traditional.
So with that fixed bed, you can walk all the way around it?
Yes, yeah.
Let's have a look, see what they've got for us then.
Right, so again we've got another island bed. This one is personally my favourite of all the fixed bed scenarios. This is the rear island bed. This one has got garage, so we have got a little bit extra shelving coming off from the sides, but normally you've got a nice walkway around. They normally have the bathroom in the middle. Some variants will have a pedestal in the middle so that you can have a TV mounted on it. Really nice layout, and again, a very popular one at the moment.
So I've just had my toilet back.
Oh, I wouldn't drink that if I were you.
I regretted that when I said it. Why was a French bed called a French bed?
Because French people made it.
And how did it get its name?
Because the French called it French bed. What? I don't know. It's just what it's called.
Well, Mark, a French bed is a smaller bed which is always against a wall, which is more personal than a German bed. Did you know that?
I didn't. Have you just Googled? That was something.
No, I'm just giving you my
information.
It's wealth of information, basically.
Okay.
So, Mark, what's the next bed we're going for?
Twin above the garage.
Garage?
Bed. Look at that. So yeah, fixed bed above the garage. You don't, again, caravans, you don't really get this in.
No.
You don't get the garage, but motorhomes. And again, we've even got the little opening bits.
I know, it doesn't open the other side.
No, this is a French one, so you only get it in from this side.
So there we go, we've got a twin above a garage. Let's have a look.
So here we are. As we know, it's my favourite, the twin beds above a garage. Why do I like this so much? One, because you've got a great big garage underneath it, you can fit your bikes and so on. And two, just because you can sleep either side. And then you've got a filling cushion that goes in the middle, it joins the two, so it's one great big bed, which is pretty much across the whole rear of the van. The other thing you do get, as the cameraman points down, is these little lockers and so on just below. Even more storage, plenty of storage, and just great for that two-berth tourer.
You forgot a bed. We've done them all now, haven't we?
Pretty much.
But I bet you forgot one.
Go on. Oh, I'm never going to get on a bed like that.
Bunk beds.
Bunk on top of each other, of course.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Well, you could have put it like this. Oh, it's not going to work.
Not going to work, is it? That's why I didn't try it. So.
Floppy bunk bed.
So we've got bunk beds. Let's have a look at bunk beds.
Some bunk beds.
Okay, so we have another family-friendly one here. We have the bunk beds, top and bottom bunk. You can get a 3-bunk bed as well. That's more commonly found in caravans. This has a garage door at the side, which again, it's something caravans and motorhomes. You can have a little garage door on the side, so you can lift this back bottom bunk up, and then you can get bikes, extra luggage in the back for when you're going away.
So what's up next?
I've never liked bunk beds. Do you know why?
Too big?
No. I can never get up my cup of tea.
Ah.
You see? So I think we've covered beds now, haven't we?
I think that's pretty much all the different beds. There's a lot of beds there, isn't there?
There is a lot of beds. So if we just go down to layouts now. Now I always find, since we're talking about caravans and motorhomes, is people who've had a caravan when they move to a motorhome, do you know what layout they normally tend to go for?
Go on.
U-shaped lounge.
And now, is that seating here, and some seating that wraps around the back?
That's it, a U-shaped lounge.
U-shaped lounge.
Not a very good example there, Mark, to be honest.
No.
Shall we get somebody to actually show us what a U-shaped lounge is?
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
And then we've got the U-shaped rear lounge. So this again is quite a traditional one in terms of motorhomes. Again, you've got the option of 2 single beds, although they're not the longest, or you've also got the option to pull them together, and that is one big double. You tend to have the bathroom on the right hand side like you can just about to see, and then you've got the bathroom just sitting on the other side. Not got the most amount of storage on this. You've got a little bit in the lockers above, a little bit below, but a good little 2-berth motorhome.
That U-shaped lounge, it is pretty good to be fair, isn't it? I do like that. It's a good.
You can see why caravanners then go to that.
Yeah.
Because what they can do then is they can pull up on the side, they can sit there with all the windows and go, We used to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
To all the other
Legs
caravanners.
down and
Remember when it used to take us ages to set that up?
fighting over the horn.
So we've done the U-shaped lounge. I think probably a van that's going to be really popular this year is the family van.
Yeah, definitely.
And
The funny thing with the family van, it can incorporate all the different layouts that we've just gone through as well, can't it?
that's a good shout. Why don't we show people with our detailed graphics here? Let's start at the back. So the back of the van is going to be a U-shaped lounge, isn't it?
Yep.
So you've got your U-shaped lounge, which is going to be made up into a dine. Basically, you can have a dinette, fixed bed, and then, like we said, the U-shaped lounge. And then we normally get in the middle, don't we? We normally get
Our washroom.
Washroom. And then we normally get our kitchen. And then
Our little side seating area.
dinette.
Yeah.
Let's have a proper look, shall we?
Take it away.
Okay, so next up we've got the family motorhome. This is an Austral Scout, is a great example of this. We've got a nice big U-shaped rear lounge. This does convert into a double bed, and then just at the front we've got another lounge, and this has got 4 travelling seats at this bit. This also does turn into one big double bed, so that's 4 berths, and then just above you have got the traditional Luton cab, so it is the over cab double bed, and that's your family 6-berth motorhome.
Good shout that was, Mark, because it incorporates everything. You could have a fixed bed there all the time. You've got your dinette, and then what we're going to move on to, then you've also got the drop down.
Yes, yeah, and again all the over cab bed.
Yeah.
And again it gives.
So we got the dinette at the front. I like these drop downs.
It's good. No more biscuits left. That's the only problem.
And we've got the drop down bed, which now I think in the newer vans now we're starting to lose that over cab.
Yeah,
aren't we?
Going from more low profile, because again I think it doesn't actually make any difference, does it? But I think just the feeling, it feels a smaller vehicle to drive than having a big overhead cab.
I think it doesn't look intimidating from the outside.
Yeah.
As well.
Some of the newer designs now, instead of being a jut out on the sides like they used to, they're making it more streamlined, aren't they?
Yeah.
Complete body from front to back. And when you drive that, it does make a big difference, doesn't it? It doesn't feel like you've got to look in your mirrors all the time and be thinking, oh, this is a big vehicle that's sticking out either side. So,
do you know what I think is going to be a big one in 2021? Campers.
Yeah.
All types of campers.
Yeah.
All types.
Got any campers to have a look at?
I think we have. Shall we have a look at them?
Let's have a look.
Okay, so next up is something a little bit different. It's either in the ways of a new venture or Roma Home. They do a similar sort of shape thing. It's quite a compact thing. You can't always stand up in them. Like if I stood up now, you know, I'm hitting my head quite easily. But it is small, it is compact. It can be used as a daily driver, which they normally are. But you've either got the option of 2 bench seats, or that one's a forward-facing seat with belts. And then you've got a little bit of an end kitchen. Towards the right hand side of the vehicle. On the left hand side, which you don't always have, you've got a bit of a bathroom area with sink and then the toilet below.
Okay, so we are now in van conversion. We've got the traditional rock and roll bed. This one's a really fancy one because it's electronic, so you just press the button there, and rather than struggle to pull it out, you just press a button and out it slides all by itself, which is a lot easier. Fold up for your general travel. Drop it down for sleeping in. Obviously it's more of an overnight thing, for a weekend break maybe, not really something for the long haul, for long journeys, but useful all the same. We've also on this model got an over cab bed, which we'll move around to. Okay, so here's the drop down bed. We have the pop top on this, and you have this little drop down bed, which again makes a nice sleeping area for children or adults alike. Obviously there will be a weight limit on this, so I probably couldn't get on it.
Okay, so next up is also one of my favourites. It's the Transverse Bed. So this is a double bed. This is in the camper van form, so you get access and storage just underneath. If you're in a motorhome, a coach-built motorhome, then you do get the side garage doors, and it means you can just chuck plenty in. A bit like the bunk beds or the twin beds above the garage, you've just got that extra space just for travelling when there's a couple of you on the road.
Good selection of camper vans there.
Bit of everything for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, there is. And if a camper van is a bit too small for you, you've always got the...
Little two berth. Yeah, so the next... I think some people will go for a camper van, won't they? And then when they outgrow that, the next step up is your little two berth.
And we've got the perfect design here for the two berth, haven't we?
Yeah.
2 bench seats.
Yeah.
Obviously the cab here, and then at the back we'd have the washroom and the kitchen area. But shall we let the professionals show us?
Go on, let them show us.
Okay, so this is probably one of the more traditional layouts. This is a 2-berth with the end kitchen. This is popular on the Nuevos and some of the older caravans and so on. But what have you got? You've got the option of 2 bench seats. These can be short or long. You can get the 6-foot options, which means you can have 2 single beds separately at night, for example, or you can push them together and you've got one great big bed. Like I said, you've got the kitchen at the back, you've got a bit of wardrobe with the Truma heater, and then you've also got the corner bathroom.
Talking about all them layouts and all them beds, you know, it's made me a little bit tired, Mark.
I know exactly what you mean, to be honest with you. It's a sleepy business talking about beds.
It isn't it? Oh, have they finished doing them beds and everything yet?
I don't know, but that bloody toilet stinks now.
Shall we just have 5 minutes?
Let's just have
Okay. Oh. Did we talk about the single beds?
I think we missed it. Never mind, it'll be alright, it'll be fine.
Look at these two, they've been watching the Motorhome Man channel again.
What's going on? They're absolutely out for the count. That is shocking.
What about this one? He's gone.
They're
Oh,
all
look
biscuits.
at that. A nice warm motorhome. They're asleep.
It is warm in here. No wonder they're flat out.
I know.
Oh
Well,
well.
there we go. What do we do? Right, should we lock up and go home then?
We may as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
Just leave them locked in here.
I know. Well, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom. And don't forget to tune in every Sunday.
Bye, boys.
See you guys, I'm on the way out.